If you are excited about that new, anniversary event coming up, you can actually start your farming today. We're going to talk a little bit about that, some of the Race to World First news, some interesting new racials for the Earthen, and a few other pieces of news here as we get in. So buckle up, get yourself ready, grab your warm cup of coffee, whatever the hell you're drinking, and sit back. Samiccus is about to force feed you some news. Here we go. Time Warp badges and loot, you can get it right now because the time walking events are going on. If you didn't know this, Time Warp badges are going to be important for the 20th anniversary because a lot of items are actually able to be purchased with them. So let's talk a little bit about some of the items you can get and how you can start to build up those Time Warp badges right now, preparing yourself for that anniversary event. First off, there's obviously new drops coming with the event. There's the Reigns of the Fry Feather Hippogriff. I believe this is a new colorway of the same hippogriff we've seen before. A few other items here we've seen, and equaling out in total, if you wanted to get all these items, 33,100 Time Warp badges. So build up your currency, guys. That's what I'm saying. Start now, and don't spend any of these Time Warp badges right now because, my God, there is a ton of stuff. There's a bunch of consumables here as well that you'll be able to buy, a few other things. Experience a dire situation. Kriggy's Hardy Drought. I don't even know what this will do if you eat it, but that's a cool little item there. Some new versions of rare old BOEs. Yeah, so you're going to want to get some of these. These are really cool. Some up-res versions, some different colorways of old weapons from the game. Definitely some really cool classic ones. Some of the Scarlet Monastery weapons are coming back, some old classics, and you're probably going to want to get them. In total, these would cost you 1,205 Time Warp badges if you wanted to get every single variation of all these weapons. So again, building up some of that, backlog of, badges and stuff, you might want to do it. You might want to just get started on that. Classic reputation tokens as well. I don't know why the hell you'd want to build up some old reps, but maybe you do. Maybe you're a rep whore. Maybe you want some classic rep achievements. Well, here they are. You'll be able to get reputations for basically anything from Classic WoW. I mean, we're talking about Commanders of the Defilers, the Zandalar Tribe, the Argent Dawn, Stormpike's Guard, the Frostwolf Clan. Wow. Yeah, so Warsong Outriders. A ton of different, reputations that maybe you just want to build up. I have no idea why anyone would want to do this. I personally stay away from reps, but yeah, maybe achievement bound. Who knows? Some Notary Grabbly Enthusiast titles. Okay. So Notary Grabbly is selling titles exclusive to the 20th anniversary. These titles are permanent once obtained, but will be gone once the event is over. So some really cool titles. Maybe you've been interested in, adding an extra thing to your name. Again, I was talking about just the other day, I was playing WoW on my phone. Yeah, maybe you've done that before too. And I was doing it on the toilet. Defeated Mythic Nirubar Palace easily and got the title Champion of the Porcelain Throne. That's right. So maybe you'll be wanting to get some other titles. That one in particular is just my own. Blizzard specifically gave it to me, but some of these other titles you'll be able to get if you've ever wanted them. In total, 1,500 badges if you want to get all these titles, all in all. So again, right now the event's going on. You can do different, what's it called? Burning Crusade dungeons, as well as going back to the Black Temple. Tons of ways to get Time Warp badges right now. And once the Time Walking event ends, you won't be able to do it again until the anniversary event. So again, jumping on that early, jumping on it right now, backlogging as much of those Time Warp badges as you can, might be a good idea. Now, I just want to say, first and foremost, don't judge me for my pants. Oh no, what did I just do there? A little pun. Yeah, the Judgment gear is getting pants. We talked about some of the sets that were getting pants not too long ago, and some people were saying, hey, where's Judgment? Judgment is in fact getting pants. It is confirmed they are getting the panty boys now. Is the pants nice? I don't know. I probably prefer the robe look still. That's very much the classic silhouette of the Judgment set. But hey, maybe you've always wanted to run around in Judgment pants. I have no idea. But it is available. It's not required. Everyone calm down. You're not going to have to run around in the pants version of this. But again, if you've ever wanted to just run around in a Judgment-style pants set, you'll have the option to do so. Again, all of these are coming in the 20th anniversary event. Some really, really cool HD Tier 2 sets, and a lot more of them are getting pants that we talked about previously as well. The Race to World First is in full effect. It's on. It's full steam ahead, boys and girls. And right now, they're up to Boss 4. Team Liquid is currently in the lead, pushing for the fourth boss, which fell in a single pull all the way through. The first 4 bosses, they one-shotted them all. Some other groups are having difficulty, but there is a belief that Method and Echo will catch up to them. Some notable classes that have been contributing a lot to Race of the World first: Devastation Evoker, Destro Warlock, Furry Warrior, and Arcane Mage. That's right. So obviously Arcane has been popping off. Devastation Evoker is an interesting one. Destro Warlock I was surprised to see because their DPS has been iffy on the DPS charts. But again, when you put some of these classes in the hands of the best, sometimes they know how to pop off better than everyone else. And then Furry Warrior, yeah, it has furry in it, so of course it's going to be in the top. Moving on to the new Earthen Food Racial. Yes, honestly, Earthen have gotten some of the coolest racials I've seen in the game in quite a while. They obviously have their, they're well-fed, constantly buffed, the gems they can eat for different stat buffs, but there was a recent problem with the Earthen, and that is the fact that they can't eat. Yeah, believe it or not, Earthen cannot eat regular food. Okay, that's just the actual thing. But that's a problem when you're literally trying to play the game and maybe restore some health and mana, but you can't eat food items. So Blizzard has actually fixed this in 2 ways. For one, they've actually created a vendor that will give you a bunch of really cheap minerals that you can buy if you are infected in Earthen. That will restore you in the same way that food will do. So you can go get those cheap gem replacements and actually take them with you on runs and eat them. Or you can use your new ability, Quiet Contemplation. That's right, Quiet Contemplation draws upon your inner energy, restoring 4.5 million health and 3.7 million mana over 20 seconds. You must remain seated during this time. So it's basically same as you clicking food, but it's got a cool little Earthen, tone to it, in that you are sitting with your book open and you're pulling on Azeroth. Yeah, you're eating, essentially, but you're not at the same time. So it's a really cool little racial. It's got a 1-second cooldown. So, I mean, this thing can be used at any time. So, essentially, you have an eternal food buff. Why you'd want to go get the other gems, I have no idea. But, yeah, Quiet Contemplation, a nice little thing there, giving you the same buffs, essentially, that you would get just from eating to gain back your health and mana without actually having to eat any food. So, that was a nice little backlog fix from pull, eat. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good, actually, for delves. Just constantly you can refeed yourself, or anything time. Maybe a mythic, a mythic plus, you can actually eat between pulls and you can do it really quick. Moving on to the Sticky Sweet Treat. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Take that title how you want it. Become a spider model. Yeah, so now that raid is open, people are starting to loot different things, and people have realized that the Sticky Sweet Treat recipe drops in the Narubar Palace and actually allows you to become an adorable spindle model for 20 minutes. Quite a long time. So you're going to need Kazalgar cooking to use this, but the recipe drops off the Brood Twister Avenax, which is that big worm boss with the blood that spreads on the floor. We've all seen him and done him. He's got the tons of different ads, right, that come out. Well, you can look like one of those ads now with this recipe. This food, once you make it, will turn you into a small spindle spider, again for 20 minutes. You can cancel it, but if you've ever just had fantasies of being a spider boy or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that now. Look like one of the little small spindle spiders. I do wonder, though, if you have on the crab filter, if this completely changes the recipe and now you turn into a crab. That'd be kind of cool. Or maybe it doesn't turn you into a crab, and this is a broken way to actually scare arachnophobes in the game by running around as a spindle spider, even though they have their crab filter on, and it'll completely fuck up their day. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope that's the case, because that is pure WoW degeneracy, and I know people will do it if it's the case. So yeah, maybe scare arachnophobes, get around their arachnophobic filter, become a spindle spider, and chase them down and get all their loot. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Last but not least, something I don't talk about that often on here, Season of Discovery. Season of Discovery's in a bit of trouble right now. I don't know. It's not really going to go anywhere. I don't think they're going to delete Season of Discovery in any way, but right now, probably the majority of the players are playing the War Within, right? It makes sense. The player base tends to shift between the live games. Wherever the content is where they're going to go. And right now, Season of Discovery is a bit in a lull, and obviously the War Within just came out, so people are playing that new season, new raid, Mythic Plus, and everything else. So, Blizzard is actually allowing free transfers for people playing Season of Discovery right now. They'll be able to transfer. Characters on PvP realms will receive a free transfer to either Crusader Strike or Living Flame, and characters on PvE realms will receive a free transfer to one of the Wild Growth servers. So this is also a thing because of RP PvP changing to PvP. This isn't just a population thing. Recently, that Blizzard decided to change RP PvP servers to PvP only because RP players, I guess, were getting harassed in a way for RPing on PvP. Yeah, surprise, right? Surprise. We got people intermingling with each other. You got the hardcore PvPers on the same server as the RPers. Yeah, I'm sure that's never going to be a problem. Anyways, so they're changing those servers over, so they're allowing people to transfer between them. At the same time, they are currently working on what Oceanic is, what's going to happen with them. They're not allowing transfers between Oceanic to US realms, but we'll see how they backstop that and fix those issues. Either way, Season of Discovery, I'm sure will have its day in the sun once again when it gets its content back and things happen. People will go back. That's the thing, Blizzard don't care what you play right now. As long as you are playing WoW, remember we talked we're at record high numbers? Yeah, it's because people are playing all different kinds of versions of the game. We got Wrath of the Lich King Classic popping off in China, The War Within popping off right now, and when those things fade away, Season of Discovery will come out and say, hey, we got some new content, come try this. And that's all Blizzard cares about. As long as your sub is active and you're playing this game in some version, you are benefiting them. So, glory to WoW. The game is still alive. How about that?